you are a circle of the shepherd druid. So if you read the description in the text, it basically says that you decipher the grunts, moos, sounds that animals make, and that turns into speech. You can literally understand them in like common or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm changing it a little bit because it's more of a comedic thing. So they're talking to you just like you and I would talk, but to everybody else around them, it sounds like whatever the noise the animal would make, like mooing with cows or the clucking of chickens, stuff like that. So but to you, it sounds like like you and I are having a conversation right now. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's going to sound
totally
like.
normal.
I wrote down on your character that you are a hermit. So you are kind of on your own and you don't like people. So pretend that's a thing.
I mean, it kind of is
Right. It's a thing.
Yeah, know.
So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, we'll just pick up. Like I said, this is really off the cuff. I did take some notes though. You are basically traveling down a long dirt road. On either side is sticker bushes. So you get that nice path. It's the afternoon. It's spring. You probably 2-3 weeks ago, you're a druid, you're a hermit. You don't really check in with a lot of druids, but you just gained in-game the ability to understand what animals are saying to you. I mean, how do you feel about that now that animals talk to you? We talked about this and you said it was going to be a surprise. Are you now a vegetarian now that animals can talk to you and stuff?
I think that I'm trying to be a vegetarian, but I'm having like mirages of beef.
Yeah, when cows and chickens talk to you.
Yeah,
I
see like a local tavern.
Yeah, you just see the
concoction of like stew and meat, and I'm just looking at it, and then I look at Jim, and then I look at the beef.
Yeah, and they what you've noticed is before all this happened, obviously you don't name cows and chickens, but you have noticed different animals have incredibly elaborate names, just like humans do, where they'll talk about clan names and stuff, and that's been humorous to you. But you're traveling down the road. It's spring. I would say that it's like a normal thing. This is kind of off the cuff again, do you have a direction you're going? Are you traveling towards... Are you trying to get supplies? Because if you look at your character, you don't have a lot of survival instincts. You do know about nature, you know about stuff like that, but some of your abilities aren't as good as you'd want them to be for druids, maybe.
If I'm a hermit, I don't know if I have that much to...
There should be like survival. It should be on the first page there, like survival with like survival, nature, stuff like that, and there'll be a big bonus. Survival is usually the bottom one down there, and there'll be like a... if you have no bonuses, and that means you're probably not that great at it, doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, I guess since there's sticker bushes on either side.
Yeah, you can gather some berries and stuff like that.
Just get some blackberries and just keep, while I'm going that way.
Yeah, because you're
just keep walking down the path.
Because you don't really have that much use for money. Kind of reading into hermits. I mean, we could obviously change that if you want.
Yeah.
But as you're kind of like walking down picking blueberries, you hear some squirrels in the trees whispering to one another. Now, again, if you want to do a perception check, you can do that to see if you want to know what they say.
I do, actually.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I have a +5 perception.
So yeah, roll the d20 right there. You know how this works? The big fat red one right there. And then,
it's been a while, guys.
Yeah. And then let me know what you get plus... Oh.
What?
That's fine. +5. Oh, 12? Yeah, it's not... yeah, they're like... They just come through and they pick it like they own it. And like, that's our spot. Those are our berries. And the other one's like, yeah, this is ridiculous. If there was some kind of manager, I would appreciate talking to them.
So I'm just kind of just like standing here going, squirrels.
Do you whisper that to yourself?
Yeah.
okay, they just go on. They're like, I can't. This is, and then they scurry away. They're like, we thought. You basically just hear them complain as they're scurrying away. Like, we thought this spot was not taken, and they run away.
And then I just mutter to myself. I keep walking and go, freaking squirrels. Always. Always the complainers.
Always the squirrels, complainers of the animal
And
kingdom.
I just mutter because I'm kind of crotchety a little bit. I just mutter like a little hermit would, like, stupid squirrels.
All right, you as you kind of come out of this path, you see a small hamlet of a town. I mean, we're talking about, there's not even a livery. It's just like a settlement. It looks like a small family. They don't even look like they're farming. You don't know what they're doing here, but you do see like a mill, and there's like a few homes. People are kind of going about their business. Like I said, it's not even really a town. It's just a collection, like a larger family that's made a settlement in an area. And you see them kind of going about their day. Mm-hmm. A lot of them are working. Yeah. They don't seem to notice you, but you kind of come out into like this big, like tramp down glade. So they're working away. You see them like hooking up their own horse to oxen. It looks like they're going to plow some field somewhere. But they don't notice that you're there. So you can either, you can duck back into the woods, or you can go to town if you want to.
I'm just going to go to town. Like since I'm kind of solitary.
Yeah.
I don't really want to mess with them if they're not paying attention to me.
Oh. Well, as you're walking through, you do see one of the farmers, kind of overweight human, but he's got broad shoulders. So he knows how to hand himself around farming equipment. And he's like, oh, and he like looks you up and down. He's like, if you're interested, because it's like the afternoon, he's like, we have a small stand over there. It's not an inn, but we'd appreciate any patronage. If you want to stop and get some ale, first one's always on us.
I mean, I guess I do. I guess I could. Today's a nice cold day. Nice brisk day. I could go for some ale. And then I'm like,
First one's free.
Let's see, there's probably some beef in there, and the cows aren't anywhere in the vicinity. I mean, I could take a look.
All right, you go up, and this isn't even a sit-down inn. It's like a convenience store stand, like a bodega.
Oh.
Like you walk up, and it's a stand. Everybody's been to those bars where they're like, hey, you want some tacos, and we have beer? Like, it's just a stand. Yeah, basically. All right, Sam.
Okay.
Yeah, you get up, and there's this really muscular human. He's got like a red mustache and beard. He's like washing a mug. He's like, oh, and he like sees you approach, and he gets very excited, and he starts like looking around, and you see him grab a wooden mug off the top, and he's like, well met, stranger. We usually don't get a lot of visitors. And then he kind of looks you up and down. Yeah, he's like, oh, are you a farmer from around here?
I'm local. Yes. I haven't been over this way in a while.
Oh. Well, he's like, we're preparing. We're gonna have a big spring festival. So, what do you want? First one's on the house, and he like reaches under. You hear him pour the ale, and then he puts it up, and it does look very good. So he slides it over to you.
Oh, thank you. What's the festival? Is this like a?
It's more of a harvest thing. We just celebrate. Everything's about to start for the season, so we just have a big celebration. There's food and things like that. And
oh, it's a harvest. Okay. It's not a midsummer harvest, is it?
He like cocks his head. He's like, no, it's not.
Oh, you'll have to excuse me. I haven't been out in a while.
Oh, well, that's fine. Anyway, and he goes about to like, messing with stuff behind. It's like he's setting up. But give me an insight check. Here you go.
Oh, that's +5.
Well, roll the d20 and.
Man.
Yeah.
6. I'm not rolling very well.
You're not. It's
again.
Not, it appears that they don't get a lot of people that aren't townies to come to the stand to get an ale. And it seems like, since this is so small, even with your small roll, you can tell there's not a lot of people around. it's probably, hey, Bill, hey, Jim. There's no small talk because they talk all the time and know each other and stuff like that. So he's kind of excited. As you're drinking your ale, you're kind of looking around, and you see this one chicken kind of like eating, doing the feed thing, dropping its head, pecking the ground. And he looks up and he goes, and you see him like his eyes, chicken eyes get wide, and then he runs into the brush.
Does he know? Do they automatically know that I know what they're talking about?
It doesn't appear that he noticed that you noticed, if that makes sense.
So, I just take the last swig of my ale and I'd be like, "Thank you, sir. I'll be right back."
Okay. As you get up, you get up and you kind of turn around like this. All of a sudden, you hear this commotion behind you, and you turn around, and there is a huge rooster on the bar, basically, quote unquote. And he gets up and he's like, "Madam." And he's looking right at you. He's like, "Madam."
And then I just kind of, because I don't enjoy that this is something that I can do. So I just kind of try to ignore him for a second.
Okay. Can you hand me the 20-sided dice?
Yeah.
You probably should have 2 of those. Anyway.
Oh, wait. I think I might.
Oh, do you got? He's like, "I see. I will pretend to walk beside you, as to not draw attention to you and I as we are conversing."
But Greg?
He goes, "I see.
All right. I'm sorry.
Very clever." And then he follows beside you. Did you find a 20-sided dice in your?
Yeah.
Okay. He follows beside you, and he's like, "Well met." You're like out of, because people are working in the morning and no one's paying. It's just you and the chicken. You actually kind of.
Oh, so there's nobody else around.
Right. So you guys go basically back towards the road that you came out of. You kind of like loop around. And so you're kind of alone. He's like, "Well met, madam.
All right. What?
I've heard much about you. Our people speak of someone like you."
All the roosters? The squirrels?
Yes, as you probably know, squirrels are very, very talkative. We believe, we've heard many tales, and may I say, that the bards and the humans squawking, I could not believe that I would have run into someone like you. And he bows his head. He doesn't hit the ground, but he bows his head. He goes, "I am King Ornick of the Field of Chicken."
Wow.
Give me a history check on your character.
Oh my gosh. 7. I'm not doing very well with my
You
rolls.
have never heard
No.
of a kingdom of chicken.
No.
So this is all new to you.
So I apologize if this sounds a little a little offensive, but I live by myself. I don't know where's this kingdom of chicken.
We are far afield, ma'am. In fact, if you were to look around, you would see all of us in this area.
Like in the blackberry bushes?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit of descriptive myself, but what I'm saying is, we are in this area. We the humans depend on us for egg, and unfortunately, some of us perish. But he goes, "It is a large, large area. But I am their king, King Ornick."
Nice to meet you.
And he like bows.
To make your
He does like a very light chicken bow. He's like, I apologize. I understand this is all very sudden, but I understand, as I've heard." And he goes, "I don't want to be presumptuous again, but I've heard that yes, you said you were alone much. I heard you speaking to the human, but I have something to ask of you."
Go ahead.
He's like, "Well, many of my brethren have been killed lately by a man known as the Butcher.
Ooh.
I don't know why. We have been giving humans our eggs for a very long time, and we thought this was enough. But it is not enough, ma'am.
And what, pray tell, do you want me to accomplish? What can I help you with?
Well, first, I am a just king. I am a kind king. But I want to know why my people are being slaughtered. I need you to go to the butcher and find out why. And if there's some way we can resolve this without further bloodshed, I would be indebted to you.
Well, I can tell you I already know.
What?
They use people, sometimes chickens and cows,
People? Humans?
for sustenance.
You eat your own kind?
I mean, I don't. Who knows what other people do?
Oh my cluck.
I'm sorry. This is my first interaction in years. And
No, I am to apologize, madam. This is a lot. But may I? And you see him do the thing that chickens do, where they sit down and you just see their plumes over their legs, so they're on the
Oh, yeah.
ground. And he's like,
Yeah.
I do not need the use of seats like you, but I sometimes need to sit. This is so they kill us for food.
yes, I'm so sorry.
This is troubling. I would still like something for my people to look towards, for hope. If I go back and tell them the information you have told me, it would be a catastrophe. Is there a way for you to speak to the butcher and find a compromise?
Well, I can tell you the butcher, that being his main job, may not listen to me.
I see.
That's
is-
his only purpose.
This is very troubling.
Yes. Do you live in a place where you can maybe move to where they cannot find you?
What you're asking for is very difficult. There's many of us who have homes in the fields and would not leave. And unfortunately, some of us have taken to coops, which are very comfortable, but very, very, very troublesome.
So note for you, Joe. What kind of land am I dealing with?
This is a lot of farmland. There's different families all over tilling the land. There's livestock all over.
What
cow,
does my
chickens.
area look like?
Oh, where you're at right now?
Yeah, where I'm living.
Because you're kind of a hermit, so you don't really have one place you call home. You just move from place to place. But the area you're in now, a lot of agriculture. Again, a lot of farming.
Well, and and I'm a hermit too. So and who knows how many chickens there are, and they're loud.
We're both around here, bro. You see him stand up and stretch, and he says, "What if I was able to scratch together some coin? Would you be able to speak to the butcher then?"
What if I cannot get you the results that you need from the butcher? What about the coin then?
You see him start pecking the ground again, and he's moving his head left and right. The way that chickens do, the really
Yeah.
tight angles. He's like, "I have a proposition. What if I was to come with you and speak to the butcher?"
I don't think that would be wise, King.
He's like,
They can't understand you.
"No, but you can. Maybe you could parlay for us."
They might put me in the shackles.
I see.
I am probably the only person who can understand animals.
I see.
So I would be looked at as crazy. No human knows I can do that.
I see. Well, what if we were able to maybe get the butcher when he was alone, like you and I right now, And he like looks and walks like down the path and kind of looks around. He's like, what if it was just you and I and him? Do you think he would listen then?
No.
I see.
I'm sorry. That's his one job. He will not listen to me.
I see.
I'm just a hermit.
And he said, I do understand this. And he starts laughing. He's like, I am just a chicken, so I understand your plight. Hermit and chicken, do you think we could? Just please, I beseech you. And he goes up and he starts like pecking near your feet, not at your feet. But he's like, maybe after hours we just speak to the butcher, just maybe for moments. Please. My people depend on me.
What if I can't get you the results that you need? Then what?
Well, we're better off than we were before. We've set our peace. That's all we can ask for. We're just merely chickens.
This tickles me in a way. Okay.
You're holding a whole kingdom of chickens in your grasp.
Okay. I'll help you. However, keep in mind that you should probably stay out of sight. We are going to a butcher.
I see, but I don't know if you eat
No.
chickens.
I am a vegetarian. I eat plants.
Oh, well, this may be news to you then, but they only seem to eat the females.
I don't know. I do
Well-
not know. Why would they only eat the females?
They don't, I don't know, but they don't eat my type, the roosters. They don't eat them. They actually depend on us for noises in the morning.
Well, I would not like you to get captured.
That's true. Well, is it so odd for a human to have a pet chicken? Maybe I could travel with you on the road just to be a traveling companion. I may be able to tell you
What
a funny
about your
story or two.
people? What about your people?
I will
They
ma-
need a king.
If you are okay with it, I will make arrangements tonight to leave.
I say let me think on that.
Okay. Thank you. I will see you tonight. I will meet right here at the path at sundown, and you will tell me the verdict of what you decided. I also have to make arrangements.
Okay.
He says, I understand you humans shake. I cannot do it.
Should I? How about I nod my head at you or something?
I will not find that offensive, yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you do that. He does the chicken run, out into the brush. So you have just met King Ornak. He has run off into the brush.
And so I just put my head in my hands and I'm like, oh man.
So what do you want to do until nightfall? It's early afternoon. You have a few hours. There is a butcher in this town. There's a butcher. Most families do it, but actually, roll a history check for me. Hey, there we go.
Hold on. 14.
You know of, being a druid, I would say you know of one butcher that's nearby, that is that's in town, that kind of does it for, but he does like bigger game. Mm-hmm. Most homeowners do it, farmers and stuff, but he does it for bigger game, and he's like a mile away. He's kind of at the crossroads of several towns.
So he wouldn't care about chickens.
He would not.
That's probably where I should go.
Right. Do you want to go there before to like scope the place out and, see if he's alone, if he's got people working with him, what's going on?
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, you don't run into any problem or anything. You get to him. He's doing his job. He's got an elk on the table. You see several like a pig hanging, a hook behind him. It's a very small place. It's about the size of our office, 10 by 12. You walk in, but he's got, a few pigs hanging, a few, chickens obviously hanging up. He's got an elk on the table that he's got the head next to him while he's skinning it and, taking the meat out and stuff like that and weighing it. He's got like the stones and the weight system. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Good afternoon, good sir.
Mm?
Yes.
He's covered in blood. He's got the apron with
I'm
blood
so
on.
sorry to disturb. I just was looking in here to just possibly procure, a chicken or so.
Just a single chicken?
I'm not sure. I'm only one person, so I don't have the ability to eat too much meat, and I don't have enough area to store it in.
Just for you?
Yes.
Yeah, one would do.
Do you specialize more in big game?
Whatever pays.
Okay. How much would it be for a chicken?
1 copper.
Okay. Do I have any money?
You do. On your equipment, it should say, maybe the next page. I mean, I would say you have a copper on you.
Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with a dead chicken, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, plus if you meet the king, again, you'd be like, "Hey, carrying it around."
Just
Did
hang
you
it
know
up.
Like, did you know him? I found one. It was terrible.
Do you do anything with roosters at all?
Stuff them occasionally for people.
Oh. Does
They're good luck in these parts.
Not really. There's just more chickens around here, right? Lots of chickens.
A bit. Yeah. Simple.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I am going to thank you for the information. I need to go home and procure some coin.
All right.
I appreciate your time.
Good day.
Good day to you, sir.
You leave. He didn't have anybody working there. You didn't see any other tables.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation check as you're leaving.
Okay. 13.
Okay. There was no other tables. He's just working alone. As you're leaving, he says, "Just to make you aware, we close up at sunset."
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Appreciate that.
You leave.
Okay.
You go back, and I'd say that you're kind of like taking your time. Is there anything else you want to do before you meet King Ornek again?
There's nothing I can do about the butcher situation.
He just wants the butcher to hear him out.
Yeah. He ain't gonna hear him. No, I'm just gonna keep walking down the path, and then I'll periodically eat some berries on the way back to the house, and I just sort of shake my head, and I'm like, "What did I get myself into? This is not gonna work.
This is gonna be terrible."
It's gonna be terrible."
So you get to the crossroads in the path. It's about sunset. You see King Ornak come with a hen. This hen is blistering white, almost see-through white.
Who's your friend?
She's like, laughs a little bit, and he's like, "Oh, this is my amazing bodyguard, Lady Cairn."
Bodyguard?
Yes.
I thought it would just be you.
Well, I think this will be the last you'll be seeing of Cairn. Isn't that right? And Cairn says, and goes in the brush.
Okay.
A king must be careful. And I will be honest with you, Sam. I wanted to make sure I was safe and argued with my people. And Karen said that she must escort me. She would take no for no answer.
Does Karen realize that hens are more valuable for butchers?
Will the butcher realize
Yes.
as his throat is slit, bleeding on the floor? I've seen Karen do things.
So Karen's a ninja with a knife. I want to see this. Did she use a knife?
I am not familiar with knives or ninjas, but Karen is very good at her job. She is a bodyguard.
So,
will you help me speak to the butcher?
I don't know if the butcher will be there. You know, I could, off the subject to you, Joe, I could, knowing that the guy isn't there, I could pretend that's the only butcher and walk down there with him.
Oh, well, you saw he was the only butcher that, you know.
But he closes at sunset, and it's sunset, so by the time he got there, wouldn't it be closed?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I want this to go away so I can go back to my life. So let's just do that, because the cycle of life is just going to keep clucking around.
It's good. The wheel of cause a cluck.
The wheel of a cluck is going to start a clucking.
It's going to cluck.
Yes.
You guys travel the path, and it's like, you see the king, like, do the chicken stretch, stretches his neck out, and he's like, it's amazing tonight, don't you think?
I agree.
Sam?
I agree. It is it's very nice out here. It's just really, I don't know. There's no adjectives. I'm sorry. This is throwing me off. Yes, it is really nice.
I understand. I don't have many interactions with humans as well. I was afraid my speech would be a little coarse.
Now, how did you know?
Again, we've heard about people that could speak to animals, but we haven't run across it. But we also heard that there was someone like you moving through the brush, coming towards town. We have many people that are spies, but they weren't intentionally spying on you. They were just keeping tabs
like the
on
squirrels?
You. Don't get me started on the squirrels. I don't know how your people feel about squirrels, but I also do not like squirrels.
Well, they do not like anybody in the blackberry bushes. That's for sure.
Shame the man who touches blackberries.
Yes. Forever shame.
Forever shame. I believe this is the beginning of something special, Sam. He's like chicken trotting down the path.
I would, it's the beginning of something. That's for sure.
Give me a insight check. Oh no.
21.
Was it an at 20?
No.
Oh, okay. He, as the moonlight is like hitting his feathers, he looks very clean, and as far as roosters go, pretty regal. So He looks very good in the moonlight, and he's kind of got this trot about him. Like, we have relatives that have roosters, so we're like, that little guy right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This looks like it. You guys are getting closer to the butcher's hut, and it's one of those things that it's in the middle of a field, kind of like down a trail. And as you kind of are up on a hill looking down the trail, you see him leaving for the evening. So even though the sun's down, he's just closing up as you're like coming down the path.
It appears that, I'll just wait until the butcher. So the butcher's out of eye line.
Oh, you don't want to approach a butcher head on?
Well, I don't know, because he'll see the rooster, right?
Yeah, he'll see the rooster, but again, they don't. Even you being a vegetarian, you probably weren't for a bit. They don't really butcher roosters, so you could just be walking with your pet rooster. I mean, however you want to play it.
Okay, I look back at him and I go, let me do all the talking.
And he just bows his head slowly for a chicken.
Thank you, King.
Yeah. Well, since you could talk to him, that would almost be like a mocking thing. Like,
no.
Cluck. He's like, hey.
All right. I'm sorry.
I apologize.
I apologize.
Yeah.
All right. Let us keep walking this way.
Uh-huh.
Towards
As it seems like the butcher is carrying things out with him,
Oh.
and so it's slowing him down. He's like got like a wheelbarrow, and he's putting things in the wheelbarrow, and he's gonna grab it. He doesn't have a horse. And you see him as you get closer. Give me a perception check.
7.
You see he's actually putting chickens in the wheelbarrow.
King, why don't we go this way. Go over here.
You see the king, as soon as you said that, he goes, my people.
Breathe.
And
Breathe. Through your mouth. Through your mouth.
He begins
Through your nose. Through your mouth.
He begins to just book towards the.
No.
And you see you see him.
What about
You can.
Can I change shape?
Yeah, you have wild shape. Yeah. You can turn into any reasonable animal.
I wonder if I could turn into like a rooster, turn to another rooster, or turn into something where I can go and pick them up maybe like a dog.
You
go and pick them up with my mouth and then like run away with them.
You still have the ability to speak with him while you're
so why don't I do that?
So you turn into like a big mastiff or something?
Yes.
Okay. You have wild shape. You have 2 things. You're not going to use every one of them, I don't think.
2
as an action, yeah.
2, yeah. Okay.
You turn into a mastiff and you run after him, and right, that's what it sounds like. But you understand if you can speak to him in common.
King, it's me, it's me. Get away! Don't look. Shield your eyes.
The king pulls up brakes right before the feet of the butcher, and you grab him. Do you tell him what you're gonna do? Like,
I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna take you in my mouth. And then I'm going to take you away.
He's like, but my people.
No. You can't look. Do not look.
So you grab him and put him in your mouth.
It's too late for them.
And it looks like he fights a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me a. You want a persuasion? Give me a persuasion check on him.
Oh yeah. Oh, 4. Oh.
You're like, King, no, and you see him fight a little bit when you grab him.
Yeah.
And he's like, put me down. Put me.
I cannot.
Down.
You will get hurt.
You see,
and then what happens to your people?
You see the butcher like turn around. He's like, what in the? And like you're like, and the chicken's like fighting, and you're like, and
then I just book it. I turn around.
You where do you go? Like up the hill, back up the hill with the the king.
I'm gonna run back up the hill.
The whole time the king is like, no, put me down. This was not.
I cannot let you do this.
Do you like spit him out up on the hill or whatever?
I wait until
I
get
faster than him.
I gotta wait until I get up to my area of where I live.
Right. Well, like the top of the hill, you
the top of the hill, and then I spit him out.
And he's like, he's like, how dare you put your grubby? And he looks at you. He's like, teeth on me.
It was the only way. There's nothing you could have done for them. Took you over there. There's nothing we could have said.
So then what do I tell my people?
You tell them we attempted to... I'm trying to think of how to say this. We went up against the monster. And we displayed our courage in the face of adversity. And then we turned around and we left before he could vanquish us.
And you see him like squint his chicken eyes. He's like, I see. So you want me to tell my people we attempted to parlay, but to no avail. I trust you, Sam. If you're saying there's nothing we can do, then there's nothing we can do.
Otherwise, you would have gotten killed. And then what would have happened to your people? And your hen, for God's sake.
Oh, I believe.
Can you just imagine her?
When you say that, he goes, I believe Karen is
Karen?
fine.
Does she step out of the bushes?
Give me a perception check.
She just steps out like a creeper.
You can re-roll it because it hit the can.
Oh.
What was it?
7.
You, out of the corner glint of your eye, you see a flash of white coming down the hill.
Okay. You know...
You're still a dog, too. You're still a big mastiff.
Guard.
Yeah, you can still talk to him and everything. It's not,
I wonder if he would listen to me more if I was a rooster.
No, I mean, he knows you're a druid.
Yeah.
I'd say that
All
because
right.
they've been tracking you, they know a little bit about druids. That they...
Okay. All right. So where was your bodyguard?
He's
when
like,
all this is... I feel like...
I believe she believes she's saving my life. And as you see the butcher just with the wheelbarrow just bringing the stuff home, the meat, you see Karen, this hen, trotting behind him. I'll give you advantage on a perception check.
Okay.
So you get 2d20. You roll it twice. You pick the highest one. What was that?
12.
Mm-hmm.
13.
So you got 13. What's 13 plus your perception?
18.
So with an 18, you see that she seems to be hopping, like jumping farther. She has a massive claw on one of her, I want to say paws, but that's not it. They're the foot, the rooster foot.
Mm-hmm.
She has an extended claw on one of them. So this is something that you know a little bit about being a druid. There is like cockfighting and stuff. So this is obviously something that she's...
So it's not like this, like...
No, it's just longer.
Oh.
But it is something that humans make to fight
Oh.
with cocks. So like it's almost like something, like, I'm not going to make you do a history check, but she has found something. Maybe she saw, like, they were obviously disgusted. They were making chickens fight, but she, maybe being the bodyguard, took it and attached it as like an assassin, attached it to her claw. And she's going after the butcher right now.
She really believes that she's going to take him down.
Those claws are about this long. Like it's about that of a dagger. If she sneaks up on him, she could like do some harm. Now, you are faster than her.
I'm conflicted.
What's one butcher, right?
I mean, he's just doing his job.
He's just doing his job, yeah.
He's just doing his job. But, you know, she just wants to feel like she can do something. But she'll probably get killed.
Yeah, and then what then?
I mean... I don't know. I guess he'll just have to guard himself like he has been doing.
Yeah, or recruit another hen or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to see where she's going with this. That's what I want to see.
Do you want to run up? Because you have advantage on like sneaking
run
around.
up and then kind of stand over, like if there's a wheelbarrow or something, just kind of squat over behind.
You can basically run up to the corner of like the woods because he's like going into the woods.
Oh, yeah.
But he has a torch like on a stick on the wheelbarrow, so you can go through the woods and.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you can, if you want to run into the woods. I'm not going to make you roll.
Okay.
What do you tell the king? You want to follow them? Do you tell the king to stay put, or?
I don't know if she'll. You must come with me. Get on my back. She will listen to you. There's no need for bloodshed.
Okay, he jumps. You run. You take. You can just write this down on it. Just remember. I mean, you're not gonna do a lot of damage. You just take a point of damage because he has to dig his claws into your back to hold on because you run.
Ha! Ah!
Yeah.
That's so hard. Ah! Okay.
You take off.
Yeah.
You guys make it to the brush, and as you kind of stop, give me a stealth check with advantage because it's at night.
Okay. $19.
19. Yeah, you are like in the brush. King Ornak is on your back. You see the wheelbarrow guy come around a trail with the with the torch on his wheelbarrow, and you see you see Karen coming around the side, and it looks like she's going to jump and try to slash at him. You see her kind of like preparing, doing that like, the slow-mo, like long jump. Like,
So I think what I would like to... Are there any pine cones or anything around?
yeah, do you want to turn back into a humanoid?
What I want to do is I'm in dog form. Take it in my mouth and then try and throw it so it hits her right in the hen face.
Okay.
So it like disturbs her like, or
right.
her like claw throw or something.
Yeah, ruins her jump. Give me just doing a weapon attack, but do ranged. So just a D20 plus your dexterity.
Okay. Oh, okay. Where's the dexterity?
It should be up top, like +3 plus whatever.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Oh, 19.
You got 19?
Yeah.
You grab, you're like, oh. Now, do you just do a pine cone?
Oh, yeah. So I think if I throw that hard enough, it'll kind of like...
Yeah, so roll 1d4, a little triangle guy. No, is that?
Oh, that's...
Which one is that? Triangle. Yeah, there you go. 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hit her, and and you see the butcher go, what was that? And he looks, and you see her come out, and it looks like she's going to stab him in the foot, like she's trying again.
How close am I?
I mean, you're about this, like 5 feet, like a path across. You could run across and...
I'm going to run across and grab her.
You could grab her. You don't have to, like, just to alert her. I mean, you could grab her. I'm just saying there's a lot of stuff you could do.
I just go...
You see him... He looks over. He's like, what in the world? And he stops and he pulls the torch off the stick and he looks towards you. Are you still in the brush or did you come out of the brush?
No, I'm still in the brush.
You're just like, where? He's like, what the heck? What? And he kind of like looks sideways and you see Karen using the opportunity to try to, he's like, what? And you see her right behind him.
Oh my God.
And it looks like she won't stop.
Okay, oh shoot. King, have her.
Yes, Sam.
Please, have her stand down. She's going to get hurt.
He's like,
please.
only if you can promise me my safety.
Yes, of course.
Okay, as she is sneaking up, he comes up in the path and he's like, stop! And you see Karen like flap her wings, and like do the thing and he goes, Karen, please, it isn't worth it. It's only one butcher. Please, I know you care about me, but don't. You're worth more to me than one butcher, Karen. And you see her go, she's like, Your Majesty, I just see our people getting slaughtered daily. And you see, this is, to just take a step back, if you're the butcher, this just sounds
insane.
Insane.
So what is the butcher doing right now? Is he just actively...
He's like, you see him pull a knife from his whatever, but he's not making a noise. But
Can I do a quick action? And
yeah, you can jump on him,
grab the king with my mouth and throw him up on...
Well, the king's in the path talking to Karen, and you're still in the brush watching them.
I want to grab the king.
You want to run out, grab the king?
Grab the king, and then grab
Karen?
Yeah.
You want to grab him and run?
I want to double, and run.
Okay.
Run into the brush.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Athletics.
Because you.
Oh, for.
Well, you're a dog. It's advantage.
11?
So highest.
Okay. Oh.
Nat 20?
13.
Oh, 12.
14.
You run out, you grab the king, you grab Karen, and there is just feathers come out, and you just bolt. And you see the butcher like, huh. And you just take off. Where do you take them to? Where do you stop?
I am going to be like, where do you live?
He's like, I can show you. We have a coop in the woods.
Okay, I'm taking you. Direct me.
All right.
I'm going to run.
He gives you directions.
Okay.
You take 1 more point of damage because although you're used to the king,
he's still.
well, you're used to him, but Karen is not used to riding on a mastiff, so she digs into your back.
Karen,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Damn it.
Karen.
So you go to the he tells you, directs you to this place in the woods, and you do find his coop. But
Okay.
it is not a tree or anything, even though he's in the woods. What it is they have stolen or taken, you don't know how this is possible, but they have a full brand new cedar. They have a brand new cedar chicken coop in the woods by a tree. So you were like, I don't know.
And there's no farm.
It's protected.
Farmhouse.
It's protected under like a cope of shrubs. So like, unless you would know exactly where to go, this is like this is like a mansion under a tree. You know?
Wow.
Yes, and it's bigger than most coops, and it's only him. And you see, he's got chicks. So when they're like, Dad, he comes home and he's like, hello, and there's like 8 of them, you know, like all these chicks come out and they're, boop, 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 and they're just like, Dad. And you hear like different dad, you know, like different kids yelling and stuff at him. And you see Karen get off and she just stares at you. She does the chicken thing where she's like,
Don't start, Karen. I'm bleeding. Don't start. You almost got killed, okay? What's with this is not the typical chicken coop.
Sam, I'll be honest. And he's like pecking at his kids, you know, while he's talking to you, you know, making sure his kids are okay. Yeah. He's pecking at his kids. He's like, Sam, I'm a king. I deserve a kingly home away from my enemies.
I believe you. How did you obtain this cedar coop? Just curiosity.
I'm afraid, although I trust you, a king can't divulge all of his secrets. I'm afraid the parties involved with building me these coops, this coop, is susceptible to the enemy of the butcher.
Interesting. Would you trust somebody who saved your life? Even Karen's life? Your bodyguard?
He's like, this was built by the innkeeper, as you would call him in town, the one with the mustache. He's a very nice man, and he loves our people. Not in a creepy way.
Wait. So, can he talk to you?
No. Give me an insight check.
12.
Oh, is that a 7? Mm-hmm. He's lying. The guy can talk to him.
Why would you lie to me?
Oh, he's like...
I thought we understood. I thought you trusted me. I saved your life twice.
I want to be very clear. I'm protecting his identity. I've said nothing. If you believe him to be able to speak to us, that is your insight.
Interesting. All right. Well, I think I'll say good day. And then I'm going to go ahead and...
He comes up and you're still the mastiff? Like the big dog? You don't turn back into a human? You're still...
Because it's faster.
Yeah, you're faster as a dog.
Yeah, so
You come up and he pecks at your foot, but it's like playful. And he's like, thank you so much, Sam, for doing the best that you could. I'll tell my people I tried.
Just keep yourself safe and your people safe. I know you will.
Thank you, Sam. Be safe on the road.
You as well. Maybe I will see you again.
Hopefully.
Beyond the blackberry bushes.
Yeah, so you just trot down the road. That's just a day in the life, and that's what I got. That's what I got planned. So that's just a day in the life of you being a shepherd druid.
Now, I gotta tell you, I need to go back to that tavern if it's open and have a huge ale.
It's nighttime.
Are they open? Because this has been a day.
Yeah, you turn back into a human and you go back to the thing.
Whew.
You see the guy with the beard. He gives you a beer.
Oh, thank you.
And like I said, this is pretty much all I got planned. But he gives you a beer, and that's what I got. That's what I got. Oh, cheers to the liquid death. Cheers to the liquid death.
And then I'm just saying that my character's probably still sitting there. And he
Yes.
hasn't even broke the drink yet. He's just keeps drinking.
You haven't broke it from your lips yet. You're just drinking repeatedly.